Welcome everybody back to another fantastic race night here with the Nexus Sim Racing League. Tonight we are here in Martinsville about to run 150 laps with the best drivers in the business. So far we got 17 of them going to be taking on this very difficult, very treacherous paperclip that we actually just saw the normal circuit hit last weekend. First off though, I've got Jay and myself in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. We're here back with some Motor City Cup here in Martinsville. Short track racing. I can't wait. This is going to be some great racing all night long. Some door-to-door short track rubbing, beating, and banging. See who comes out on top here at Martinsville.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we're going to be seeing some crazy stuff happening tonight. Some of the best drivers in the business. It's going to be so competitive tonight. It is just going to be insane. I predict just an awesome race to be presented to you guys tonight. Real quick, let's go over the track facts as we go into qualifying. First off, again, we're in Martinsville tonight. The Motor City Cup 150. 150 laps here tonight with a track length of 0.49 miles. Got a track temp right now of 88 degrees, and Martinsville is situated at an altitude of 731 feet. Ambient temperature today at 73 degrees, 42% humidity, partly cloudy skies, and a 3-mile-an-hour wind. Some track facts coming straight to you guys. 0 degrees of banking in the straights, 12 degrees of banking in the corners. One quick repair. Pace car speed is 40 miles an hour unless you're a Chevrolet Camaro, and pit speed is going to be 35 miles an hour tonight. Right now in practice, we have Travis Manning taking the top spot at the moment. We only got a little bit left here, just a little bit less than a minute. We're watching Daniel DiOrio right now in the number 78 car, currently P15. And his number 78 Toyota Camry. One to watch tonight for sure. Rob Collier as well, getting some good damage there. Tim Henderson. This is going to be an underdog sneak attack in my opinion. Jay, what do you got for Tim Henderson?
Oh, man, this guy has been impressive so far in this short season. In every league we've covered, he is definitely a threat. He's one of those guys that just finds a little bit extra speed in the car that maybe it doesn't have early on, and finds his way up to the front at the end of these races. And it's a matter of time before we see him in victory lane here in the Motor City Cup.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. We're going to be watching the number 99 car for just about one more second before these guys hit the checker flag. As they do, we're going to go straight into qualifying. Expect this qualifying to just be crazy. We're going to be watching a lot of battling for that top position as we now are getting ready. Let's set up. We're going straight into qualifying here with the Nexus Sim Racing League. Here in Martinsville, Travis Manning going to be the first car slated to get ready to go. Off of turn 2 now. We got a couple more cars. We'll go on board with James Pierce as he takes to the track for a second there. Nicholas Pressey now on track. Number 94 Ford. Nicholas Pressey is taking his first lap right now. Travis Manning is on track. John Graham also out on track. See Nicholas now coming into turn 3, taking a little bit higher line. We'll see what Travis is doing here. Travis being really aggressive right off the rip. He's going to come complete a lap here. Travis Manning, provisional pole right now with an 18.8. Coming off of turn 4 to try and complete a second lap here. Let's see if he can best that lap time. He does not with a 19.1. Michael Campbell, a teammate to Travis Manning, currently P2 with an 18.9. Tim Trowbridge puts a 19.1 up on the board. Rob Collier a 19.3 and Nicholas Pressey a 19.3. That is your top 5 at the moment. Rob Collier takes over Tim Trowbridge P3 position. We'll see if Tim can do anything to back that up. Right now, we're watching the 09 of Steven Down in that P5 position. with a 19.2. Has a little bit of speed tonight. Doing a great job to keep that 09 up front. See if he gets a little bit better there. Maybe no lap time to put down. As he makes a little bit of contact with the wall, Dallas Seward coming across the line now. Currently P7. And he pulls a 19.7. That does not put him any better at the moment. Here's Scott Bellum with a P3 so far. He's lighting the world on fire. Coming off of turn 4 now. Gets really loose. That'll be a little scratch for him. That's a 19.9. Currently with a 19.02. Hauling the mail at the moment. Beating out his teammate Tim Trowbridge. As now Tim Trowbridge is coming off of turn 4. He's going to try to get that run coming down the front straightaway. Going into turn 1 now. This is going to be his hot lap. Coming off of turn 2. Grabs a little bit of apron there. A little bit of curb. Going into turn 3. This is it for Tim. Let's see if he can do it. .051. He does do a little bit better, but it's not enough to get ahead of Rob Collier. Scott Bellum now pulls off the track, currently P3. Brad Haldane now out on track, trying to match what his teammate of Tim Trowbridge can do. Coming off of turn 4 now. Tim Trowbridge goes P3. Brad Haldane goes P6.
And your top 10 currently separated by half a second right now. 5/10. Tight field here in qualifying.
Absolutely, Jay. Again, we preach it every week. Some of the best drivers in the business going at it once again here tonight. On board with Tim Henderson now. Coming into turn 3. Let's see if he can put up a good time. Crossing the line, goes P6 with a 19.1. That puts the top 11 within a half a second. Coming across start-finish line again. He does not do any better. That will round up his qualifying run. Tim Henderson. Go ahead and wait for our next guy to hit the track here. So far, we've got 15 qualifiers. Javon Thompson, so far not taken to the track, and George Oakes. Wow, what a qualifying session so far. We really have Manning Motorsports P1, P2. We've got Imperial Motorsports P3 and P4. And then Zip Tie hanging on there in P5. These guys are so close together, but really Travis Manning putting up a phenomenal time. Over a 10th on his teammate in P2. Currently on provisional pole.
Yeah, you had 3 guys there at the top there that all broke into the 18-second mark. Tim Trowbridge, kind of outlier there in P3. We saw how good he was here last season in the short track series when he put on an absolute display here in Martinsville. Knows how to get around these short tracks. Not surprising to see him there in P3. Behind your Manning Motorsports guys, Matt Campbell, your previous winner there at the Charlotte Roval. See if he can back it up here on a short track and get past his teammate, Manning.
Well, Jay, as we wait for Javon and George to hit the track here, why don't we go over, what the drivers we should look out for, the drivers that we should expect to do very well, maybe a driver to possibly go out here tonight, put on a great performance, possibly win the race. Why don't you give a little bit of insight to the people watching tonight on what should we expect?
Yeah, I'm expecting some great short track racing. These surviving the tire degradation, being able to play your strategy out the way you want. Somebody that you look at every week as being a contender is Travis Manning there in the 99 car, always quick out here. But then you've got these guys out of Imperial. We've seen that Brad Haldane has been really good at conserving tires and being there at the end. Rob Collier's always got a lot of short run pace. If we get the late race cautions, he's one to watch. But if I was to take one out of a hat right now for who I think is going to take the victory tonight, I'm looking no further than that 74 car. I think Tim Trowbridge has got the momentum rolling from what he's been doing on the short track stuff. I think he's going to carry that over to this Gen 6 cars. I think he's going to put that thing up in the front. And he's going to really make these guys earn it to beat him here tonight.
Absolutely. You know what, Jay? I tend to really agree with you there with the whole 74 car. But I'm going to go ahead and break out here. I think the 98 is going to go back to back for our series here that have been broadcasted. I think that Michael Campbell put up a great time. Look, what's going to be the biggest challenge here? I think it's going to be track position and your tire management. So I think that with a good strategy, with keeping your nose clean, man, you could do anything with a clean car with 5 laps to go. You know what I mean? So I think that the 98 is definitely going to be a tough car to beat tonight. Dallas Seward in the chat. This is going to be a show, and maybe a race will break out. And he put Big Daddy NASCAR. Can't agree.
I like the take there. I like that take.
Yeah, tire management 100%, absolutely. Look, this isn't a next gen race where you can go 300 laps on a set of tires with these cars, so it's definitely going to be interesting. We'll see how that plays out during the race. We've got Javon Thompson now out on track. Let's see how he does. Number 93 throwback car. Coming off of turn 4 now to start his qualifying run. Javon Thompson. Ready to try to take that pole position away from Travis Manning. Completing lap 1 now. He goes P6 with a 19.1. Doing a great job right there. Let's see if he can best it now. Going into turn 3. Into turn 4 and off the exit. And he spins. He was on the hot plate there. Choked it. Javon.
He was really digging there off of 2. You saw him get right up against the wall. Maybe nearly made contact. He was trying to find that extra 10th for pole here tonight.
Well, he's going to have another chance here. Let's see what he can do. Now starting his run. Coming off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway now. Javon is looking to go a little bit faster here. Off of turn 4. Here comes the 93. Across the start-finish line. He does not do better. That is the end of qualifying. Javon Thompson stealing that P6 position away from Tim Henderson. But story of the night, Travis Manning, your pole winner. Let's go ahead and bring up Travis Manning. Ask him a couple questions. See what he's got planned out. Travis, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, got you guys.
Hey, congratulations on yet another pole tonight. Your number 99 Manning Motorsports ride. So here's the question. What's your strategy? What are you gonna do to stay out of that Martinsville shenanigans?
Keep the fenders on it for sure. That's really the goal. These starts are gonna be a little hairy. Guys are going to be making crazy moves, just trying to make track position. It's so hard to pass here, so look out for a lot of crazy moves. Trying to avoid those, and yeah, keep the fenders on it.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, Travis. That's all I got for him. Jay, you have anything for Travis?
Yeah, Travis, congratulations on your pole. That was just an awesome lap you put down there. Leading the pole qualifying there. But what is your strategy throughout the race? So without giving too much away, you don't want to spoil it, but are we looking at multiple pit stops? Is track position your main objective? Tire management? What are you thinking on that whole situation?
It's going to be a good blend of track management or track position, tire management, and attempting to one-stop the race. I don't think that we're going to need more than one pit stop fuel-wise, but with depending on how many cautions we get here, that's really going to play a factor into what we end up doing.
Alrighty, well, there you have it. We're looking at a one stop here for Travis Manning. Congratulations again on your pole, and good luck in the race. We'll be watching.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep, good luck. All right, we will let this play out for just a moment. We're going to be watching these guys just take a couple more laps, dial in their setup, and we will be back for the start of this race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about 20 seconds left before these boys grid up, ready for 150 laps around here at Martinsville. Sean Harrell in the chat. Good luck, boys. I think they're going to need it.
That's going to be interesting. I mean, we've already talked to Travis Manning saying one-stop strategy, track position is key, so these initial restarts going to be pretty dang wild.
Yeah, absolutely. One-stop strategy. Look, we got a Ross Chastainer right there going through 3 and 4. Rob Collier probably trying something to see if it could work at the end of the race. But let's go ahead and pull up the grid for tonight. Travis Manning on pole in the number 99 with his teammate Michael Campbell in the number 98 on the outside of him.
Tim Trowbridge in that 74 is starting P3 with Scooter B. Scott Bellum starting P4 in the number 1 car.
Rob Collier in the 02 starting P5 with Javon Thompson in the number 93 starting P6.
It's Tim Henderson in that number 20 starting P7 with Bad Brad Haldane in the number 39 starting P8.
Steven Down in the 09 starting P9 with Dallas Seward on the outside of him in the number 38 car.
Starting 11th, Nicholas Pressey in that number 94 car with Matty Yost in the number 70 starting P12.
All right. There is your top 12 for tonight. Travis Manning going to be leading this field to green. Get ready for these guys to go ahead and watch the pace truck jump off. We'll be underway here tonight at Martinsville. Once again, we're going to be seeing some of the best drivers in the business taking 150 laps around this paperclip. It's going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go one more time around before we see the pace truck get off of the racing surface. We'll be seeing these guys go green. Jay, any last thoughts, any last bit of advice to give to our fans who are watching tonight, to give them any perspective that they may be witnessing?
Well, I would say let's get ready for this restart. Let's see how well these guys could do on these long runs. If we get some short runs, it should be exciting. We're going to see the best drivers in the business. As we see the lights are off on the pace vehicle. And you know what that means.
We are going green flag racing next time by. George Oaks going to be starting on pit road for this race. Maybe a good call there. We'll see how that works out for George. In the meantime, Travis Manning again starting P1. Michael Campbell on the outside of him. That is your front row. Those guys are both Manning Motorsports teammates. Behind them, we've got old Scooter B and Timmy T. They are Imperial Motorsports teammates. They're on the second row. Third row, we got Zip Tie teammates. We'll see how this works out between teams. Travis Manning, though, coming out at turn 4. He's going to be seeing the green flag in the restart zone, and green is out in the air. Travis Manning taking a great jump over his teammate, now going into turn 1. Scooter B trying to get behind Tim Trowbridge. Now he does. That leaves Michael Campbell on the outside. Rob Collier, he's going to take over that position, or try to now. Going into turn 3, still side by side with the 98. Rob Collier holding on to that P4 position.
We're still side by side, your front 4 single file out, but here comes Tim Henderson looking to the inside of Campbell. Campbell has still not been able to get to the bottom of the track, roll in the center, just fighting these guys, trying to find an inside line. There it is. He's going to fall in right here behind Tim Henderson as Travis Manning is going to lead here on lap 2. Oh, sideways! Bellum's around!
Bellum loses it off of turn 4. Lap 3. No damage to the car. Except for a little bit of a scrape right there. That he came away scot-free with that, and that is very impressive. Wow, no damage to that car.
Now, that was some great wreck avoidance by everybody behind him. He was pointed dead sideways there in front of the field. Nobody collected in that incident.
Let's go back and look at this real quick. Let's see what truly happened to the one car here going through 3 and 4. Just a little bit too soon on the gas and just puts it around. Hey, that's some heck of good driving right there. You know, sliding straight, not hitting that inside wall. Impressive. Grabs a little bit of a scrape there, but we're not going to talk about that. Scott Bellum now classified in P14. All the way back here. He's got his work cut out for him right now. Daniel Diorio looking like he's probably taking some fuel right there. No tires. No tires, just trying to get into a safe spot for himself. George Oaks did not take to the track there. Daniel Diorio.
Yeah, Tim Henderson also came down pit lane. We know he's been having trouble with fuel guys as of the season so far. I think he's on about his 4th or 5th fuel man so far. So, see, maybe they didn't put enough fuel in that car there. We'll see. But he did make a pit stop back to P16.
Pass-ins of Alan Gustafsson still coming up to haunt this number 20 car. Travis Manning, though, is your leader in the number 99. Tim Trowbridge in P2. Rob Collier, P3 at the moment. And Michael Campbell made it all the way back up to P4. That's pretty good. We got Steven Downton now back into the top 5. We'll be watching these guys be duking it out. We got Brad Haldane there, P6. Trying to come back up, be with his teammate there of Tim Trowbridge. We are lights off on the pace truck.
See how good of a restart this outside line can get now that Trowbridge is out there. See if they can get a better launch on this restart.
Get ready for the green flag, ladies and gentlemen. Travis Manning going to be leading the field once again, coming off of turn 4. Tim Trowbridge on the outside. To the restart zone they go, and green flag on there. Tim Trowbridge, he gets real sideways. Maybe a little bit of help from the 98. He's going to drop back. He already loses second place. He's going to lose third place to Michael Campbell. No, he's not. He's battling back on the outside with Rob Collier. Side by side now through 3 and 4. Tim Trowbridge holding very strong on the outside. Not going to be able to make it happen there, but he's coming back on the straightaway. Into turn 1 now. Still side by side.
Look at the fight here on the outside for Trowbridge. He's hanging it on the door of Showtime Collier. We're still side-by-side racing down the back. Into turn 3, Trowbridge is going to pull ahead by a fender over Collier. Oh, near contact is made here off of 4. Still side-by-side. Trowbridge is pulling ahead here of Collier.
What an incredible move by that 74 car to make a pass on the outside. Tim Trowbridge. We got Alexander Light, Dallas Seward. Another caution here. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Let's go back and look. Maybe a little bit of Dallas Seward involvement. Let's go ahead and see. Coming off of 4 now. Heavy into the braking, the 38 was. 54, really nowhere to go.
Wow, that was some real heads-up driving there by Alexander Light, getting on the brakes, didn't make any contact. Both guys are going to be able to continue on with no damage.
Absolutely. Alexander now coming down pit road at the moment. The 78, the 54, and the 38. Every one of these guys coming down pit road at the moment. We'll see what these guys do. Got fuel for the 78. Maybe a little bit of damage repair for the 54 and fuel, 38. Just a little bit of fuel there for Dallas Seward. All the way back now into P16. Little Scooter B now back up to P10 after his lap 3 mishap there. Doing a great job to keep that number 1 car into the top 10. See how it works out for him. Travis Manning, though, still leading this race in the number 99. Tim Trowbridge in P2 holds on to that P2 position. Jay, he was very strong on the outside. That was actually very impressive to see that 74 work so hard and so well, having a car on the inside of him going through these corners.
Yeah, he really found something up on the outside, was making up some time there to Manning before that caution, got back around Rob Collier. See if he can get a better restart, control that wheel spin a little better, maybe learn something in that first restart. Maybe you can correct that here for the second one and stay alongside your race leader Manning.
Rob Collier still in P3. Michael Campbell, P4. Steven Doughton still holding on to that P5 position. We are lights off on the pace truck. We're going to be going green flag racing this time by. Travis Manning, once again, going to be leading this field to green out front in that purple number 99 car. See if the 74 learned anything last time, or from last restart. He had a little bit of wheel spin there. Maybe he can compensate a little bit for that this time. Coming off of turn 4 now, Travis Manning into the restart zone he goes, and green flag's out in the air. Tim Trowbridge still doesn't get a good start, and Rob Collier takes advantage of that. Tim Trowbridge is still on the outside of the 98. Brad goes real high. He gets a little bit of help from another car back there. And Tim Trowbridge now into P3. Looks like Steven Down might be challenging on this outside. We're 3-1 coming off of turn 4. That's James Pierce forcing the issue. James Pierce is now into P5. Nicholas Pressey now. P6. Brad keeps dropping. Steven keeps dropping. And we're going through the craziness now here at Martinsville.
What an absolutely insane restart. Trowbridge was able to recover back up to P3, but you saw the Brad out there. There's Matt Yost is around. Henderson's around. Big contact here off of 4.
That just looked like a terrible product of the environment that was going on right there for the past couple of laps. Unfortunately, Matt Yost getting the worst end of that, as well as Tim Henderson grabbing a little bit of damage there on his 20 rig. Let's go back and look again and see. We caught a pretty good view of that on the broadcast. Let's go back real quick and see what truly happened between the 20 The 70. A bit of contact there by the 70 and the 39. The 70's all out of shape. He just loses it off of 4. And that's all she wrote, folks.
Good old short track racing. We saw the 39 there on that restart was looking to the outside of Trowbridge off that initial start up for about P3, P4, and then really kind of faded up on that outside line, and it all kind of just came to head there.
In fact, let's go back and look at that and see what really happened to the 39 here on the restart. 74 doesn't get a good restart again. The 39 takes a real good advantage of it. Looking to go on the outside of Tim Trowbridge doesn't really happen for him, and he gets real high there into the marbles. The 17 takes advantage of it, going 3 wide off of turn 2. And Brad's just in recovery mode at the moment, trying to hold on to as many positions as he can. A little bit of contact there between the 70 and the 39. We had another car around right there. Looks like that was Dallas. The 39 and the 70 racing really hard through this right here. And the 70 looks like he just locks it up and gets into the 39 going into turn 3 and then just loses it off of 4.
Yeah, it's kind of what you expect here on the short track racing is these really aggressive restarts. They talked about Travis Manning before the race, said how important track position was. That's what they're doing, is fighting for every position they can get while everybody's still bunched up.
Absolutely. Travis Manning, though, playing true to his strategy right now and just trying to stay out front, stay out of the crap that's happening behind him. He's doing a pretty good job doing that so far, leading every lap at the moment. And also every restart. The lights are off on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by. See what Travis Manning can do on the inside. We got Rob Collier on the outside now.
Yeah, keep your eyes on that 17 car. He's made his way through this field on this early going. Let's see what he can do on this restart now on the bottom there in row 3.
Those of you who don't notice, that is James Pierce, points leader in the Sunday Road Series, coming out here into Martinsville trying to have some fun with the Oval guys. Now, Travis Manning coming off of turn 4 into the restart zone he goes. Green flag is out in the air. Rob Collier gets a great restart right there. Tim Trowbridge is on the inside of him now. Tim Trowbridge, he is going to try and tackle for that P2 position, and he's going to get it. Rob Collier back into P3. James Pierce up to P4. Michael Campbell up to P5. We've got some good battling going on here. Javon Thompson going against his teammate of Stephen Downton. He's going to take that position. Here comes Bad Brad.
We got a ton of side-by-side action back here. Here's Brad Aldane looking to the inside of Stephen Downton. He's going to side-by-side drag race him. Here comes Scooter B. His recovery continues. Oh, he makes contact. Stephen Downton's around. Big contact back here. Pressy's up into the wall. Oh, no. Carnage back here.
Another caution comes out. Nicholas Pressey must have must be a little broke there. Grab some more wall. So now we're seeing a ton of guys come down pit road. Nicholas Pressey does. The number 94 car. Let's go back and look at this replay and see what happened between the 1 and the 09. Rewind it just a little bit here. Let's go ahead and see what happened between the 1 and the 09. Oh, the 09 just barely wasn't cleared. It was so close for Steven. Unfortunate. In fact, was old Tim Henderson back there? Yeah, we're gonna take the Digga boys on board for this guy. Always Tim Henderson giving us the greatest views. Big check up there. That's some great driving there, Tim. Hold on to that car, not making any more contact with anybody else. I want to do one more view here. That's going to be Scooter B. Oh, we got to rewind it just a little bit. Let's get the big picture here. And it just barely wasn't cleared. Just barely. All right, Scott Bellum back up to the P7 position. Steven Doughton still holding on to that top 10 position, P10 at the moment. John Graham, newcomer, number 96, holding on to that P9 so far. Great job by him. James Pierce coming off of pit road after being briefly into the top 5 now. Travis Manning continues to hold on to the lead of this race. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by.
Yeah, we got a little bit of newcomers. We got Javon Thompson up here in P5. Brad Haldane clear all the way back up to P6. See what they can do on this restart.
Travis Manning now coming through 3 and 4. Tim Trowbridge on the outside of him. Let's see if he can get a good restart now. Coming into the restart zone now. Green flag is out in the air. The 99 gets a great jump. So does the 74. Tim Trowbridge learning from his past mistakes. He's going to be battling the 99 on the outside off of turn 2. Travis Manning coming under heat from the 74 now going into turn 3. Still side by side. Tim battling very hard on the outside. It might not be enough. He's going to have the run coming down the front straightaway. We'll see what happens into turn 1.
Oh, as we saw Steven Doughton grab a little bit of wall there off of 4. Oh, Trowbridge missed the entry here into turn 1. He's going to lose multiple positions here. Lost one to Collier. That's going to open the door for Matt Campbell. He's looking to the inside. He's not going to be close enough. Tim Trowbridge should be able to clear him off of 4. He is. Your first 4 single file out as you got Manning continues to lead the race over Collier.
Rob Collier sideways off of turn 2. He saves it. What a save by the 0-2. He continues on, still within the top 5. What an amazing save. The 93 is going to be shuffled out a little bit here. He's to the outside. He's got Alexander Light on the inside of him. Still side by side now going into turn 1. Scott Bellum now. He's going to be challenging the 93 off of turn 2. Scott Bellum working really hard for that P7 position. And into turn 3, still side by side. Scott Bellum, though, off of turn 4 clears Javon Thompson. And he is holding on to that P7 position.
Javon Thompson finally able to get off that top line. He was kind of hung out to dry there for a little while. He's going to fill in line here in P8 right behind Scooter B, who has moved up to P7. The recovery is strong with this one car. He's behind Alexander Light, who was also in an incident earlier. He's climbing his way to the front. And here, back here with James Pierce and Tim Henderson, both by Matt Yost. James Pierce going to take it to the outside of Matt Yost. Maybe he can make it happen. No, he gets real tight. He might be able to keep his door there. He doesn't. No, it's real close here going into turn 3.
Still side by side now with Matt Yost, James Pierce off of turn 4 now. These guys duking it out real hard. The 17 trying to take control of that 10th place to give himself a top 10. He does have him cleared for a brief second, but coming off of turn 2 now, he does. He clears. We got a wreck in the back. That's Steven Down. He's around.
No yellow. He's going to be able to get this thing back on the track. A little bit of damage there. Great job by everybody behind not to get collected in that. As the leaders are approaching real fast here behind Steven Doughton, we're going to go back to this battle here with Tim Henderson and Matt Yost. As Tim Henderson's trying to go up on the outside, doing what James Pierce did, really rotating the center. You can see a little bit of right front damage. Oh, he got real tight. Here comes Dallas Seward. Where does he go? He might have a run here.
Matt Yost holding on to that P11 position so far. Tim Henderson now coming under attack by Dallas Seward all the way back here for the P12 position. Dallas Seward looking to the inside of the 20. He might be able to get side by side. He does. Tim Henderson goes real wide. He's going to give up that position to Dallas Seward. And that puts Tim Henderson back into the P13 position. Maybe a little bit of a battle going on right here between James Pierce and John Graham. James Pierce is on a tear.
He is on an absolute tear. He's flying. He's got a rocket ship in that 17 car. On the outside here of Graham, he's going to clear him off of turn 4, move James Pierce up to P9. He's going to continue his charge towards the front. He just pitted on that last pit stop, and he's flying. We got a yellow on the track.
It was Dallas Seward here. He's in the pits already. Let's go back and see what happened to Dallas Seward here. Oh, blue motor. How the heck? Wow.
That is super unfortunate.
That is
he was
terrible.
on his way back to the front.
That was terrible. That's awful. We're 38 laps into a 150 lap race. Poor guy pulls or throws a rod. Made a certified astronaut out of that guy. Tim Trowbridge now, the leader, coming onto pit road now. He takes almost everybody with him. Here comes the Imperial guys. We got the 54, the 98, the 20. 78's back there as well. Stephen Downton also coming down pit road. We'll see what Tim does here. 4 tires, maybe 2 tires. Let's see. 54, don't look like he took any tires there. Tim Trowbridge with the 4. Scott Bellum with the 4 as well. Brad Haldane is coming around. Gonna get a position on Scott Bellum there. Tim Trowbridge relegated all the way back to P9 at the moment. P8 gets that +1 from Nicholas Pressey there in the number 94. We'll see how that works out for him. Alexander Light also pitted with these guys. No tires though. A little bit of a shakeup. Travis Manning, Michael Campbell. Manning Motorsports still out in front. Rob Collier still in P3 as well. Javon Thompson is there in P4. James Pierce rounding out your top 5. Let's go ahead and look at these pit stops here. So nobody has pitted in the top 4. James Pierce pitted lap 24. Matt Yost 17. Alexander Light pitted on 17. Did not take tires on 38. Maybe just a little bit of fuel there. So your first guys really is James Pierce with some fresh tires there. Matt Yost, Alexander Light, Tim Trowbridge having the freshest tires of the field at the moment, all the way back in P8. It's going to be interesting to see what that 74 car can do. And the 39 and the 1 behind him.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of rush hour traffic there on pit lane. Most of the field decided to come down pit lane, about half the field. Still got your front 4 out here trying to maintain this track position. We know it's a one-stopper, no matter how good you are at saving fuel. So we'll see when they decide to make their pit stops, maybe a little bit of survival game. Let the herd thin itself out a little bit before you decide to make your pit stop.
We've seen this strategy work in the short track league, Jay. Maybe it can work out here. I don't know. We'll find out, though. Lights are off on the pace truck. He's going to be pulling off the racing surface now. Travis Manning leading the field once again on this restart. He's got his teammate on the outside of him, Michael Campbell. Rob Collier is going to be behind the 99, and Javon Thompson behind the 98. Into the restart zone we go, and the green flag is out in the air. The 98 does not get a good launch. The 02 is all over the rear bumper of the 99. Michael Campbell is still going to be continuing to lose positions as we're almost looking to go 3 wide off at turn 2. Here comes Alexander Light into P5. He's back into the P5 position. Javon Thompson challenging on the outside. Here comes Matt Yost behind him. Here comes Brad Haldane with fresh tires. He's up to P6.
Wow, this is some crazy tight action here. Brad Haldane on the inside. Here comes Tim Henderson to the inside of Javon Thompson. Look at Trowbridge. He has lost a little bit of ground on this restart compared to Alexander Light, who he restarted behind. He's got to find some positions here in a hurry, because he's got a whole line of them in front of him. Oh, as Matt Yost grabs a little bit of wall back there. That's going to open the door for Scooter B behind him.
Scott Bellum looking hungry all over the rear bumper of the number 70 car. Right now, though, Brad Haldane trying to get around that 54 car of Alexander Light. A little bit of a stack up now as the 39 struggling to get around the 54. Maybe going into turn 1, he might be able to do something here as Tim Trowbridge. He's looking impatient. He wants that Tim Henderson position of P7 as these two guys of Brad Haldane and Alexander Light continue to duke it out. James Pierce is up here holding very strong with the number 98 of Michael Campbell behind him, charging very hard. We got a battle back here between Alexander Light and Brad Haldane. Side by side now going into turn 1. Not exactly, but now they are. Off of turn 2. These guys are going to drag race down the back straightaway.
As it looks like Brad Haldane had a run, wasn't able to make it happen. He's going to send it back in on the bottom. Alexander Light's going to give it to him. He might clear him here off of turn 4. Alexander Light gets a little sideways. He's going to hang on to it. He's going to keep his fender up on the right rear quarter panel there of Haldane. He's not going to be able to hang on to that position. And now here comes Trowbridge. He's looking to the inside as Henderson's all up on his outside trying to make something happen as well. This is battling hard for track position here early on.
The 54 slamming the door on the 74. Timmy T trying real hard to get around the 54. You saw Tim Henderson make a little bit of wall contact there off of turn 4. He's to the inside. Tim Trowbridge is. He gets a little sideways. He saves it. Going into turn 3 now. We're side by side for the P6 position. Tim Trowbridge pushing really hard as he's trying to get back up to his teammate. Crossing the start-finish line. And into turn 1, we're still side by side. And there's a caution on track. John Graham.
See a little bit of left front damage there on the Harbor Freight car. Not sure if that was part of the accident. It's got some rear end damage as well.
Let's go ahead and look at this yellow flag that 96 brought out here. Now coming off of turn 4. Oh, he grabs the curb on the bottom part of the track. Gets sideways off of turn 4. Makes inside wall contact. Brings it back around, and we're still good to go here. Number 96. Newcomer to the league. Doing a great job tonight, actually. Running really good within the top 10. Just a little mistake right there. Puts him back to P15. Got lots of people down pit road. Your leader, Travis Manning. Here he comes.
That's what I was going to ask you before we came back to this scene where we're going to see the leaders take the pit road opportunity, and here they come.
Got the 99 and the 98 right there. Got right sides going on for the 99 and the 98. 4 tires for sure for these guys. Absolutely. Left side's going on the 99 now. And the 98, same thing. Rob Collier coming out. Not going to be able to beat Travis Manning, the 78 behind Rob Collier. It's Daniel Diorio. Michael Campbell does come out P4 out of the pits. Here comes Alexander Light as well. That's your top 5 coming out of the pits. Right now, James Pierce, your new leader in the number 17. First lead change of the night.
Now this kind of changed the whole complexion of this race because now we got guys that just pitted on that last restart like Trowbridge and Haldane up here. We got James Pierce who pitted the caution before that. He is now cycled to the lead. And then you're going to send your leaders of Collier, Manning, as well as Campbell. They're going to be back in the pack a little bit, somewhere they haven't been all night long. Let's see how they can handle the setup of their car in traffic.
This is going to be very interesting. We'll go back and look at the pit stop laps here. James Pierce last pitted on lap 24. Brad Haldane, Tim Trowbridge, Tim Henderson, Scott Bellum, Stephen Doughton have 14 lap better tires than Pierce here. Travis Manning cycling back out to P7 with fresh tires. It's going to be interesting to see what Manning could do. Trowbridge was almost in the same position last time around. We had a caution. Let's see what the 99 can do with that traffic back there. Right now, though, James Pierce leading this field at the moment in that number 17. Probably a good little confidence boost there for him to come out on an oval and start leading some laps, don't you think?
Yeah, he's been putting a absolute dominant performance in the Sunday series. Not sure his background in oval racing, but he's out here looking like a seasoned veteran leading this field. He's really been a hard charger all night long. Doesn't matter where he starts, he finds his way up towards the front of this field. But the lights are off on the pace vehicle. We're going to get him going here.
Absolutely. We are going green flag racing. The pace truck is off the racing surface. James Pierce going to be leading this field to green. You got Brad Haldane on the outside of him. Tim Trowbridge behind him. Tim Henderson on the outside of Tim Trowbridge into the restart zone. And green flag is out in the air. James Pierce gets a very good start going right up in front of Brad Haldane. Oh, the teammates, they're taking each other out. Tim Trowbridge. We got more wrecks happening in the back. Tim Henderson off of turn 2 is sideways. Stephen Doughton grabbing a lot of damage from that wreck. He's now missing a nose piece.
Wow, short track racing at its finest. We got teammates making contact. Looked like Manning got through there cleanly. What happened to James Pierce?
Here's James Pierce right here.
The drama.
Wow. We have got to go back and look at what happened there. We're going to go and... we should go on board with Tim Trowbridge here and see what happened from the seat, from his seat. Oh, he locked up the fronts, got into Brad, onto the apron.
Wow.
Back again and see.
Looks like he didn't anticipate the 17's corner entry speed all that well and checked up just a little bit, lost the front end right up into Haldane. Look at Tim Henderson, though, wheeling up on the outside. He locks her down, trying not to get any more damage than he already occurred there. Overall, pretty great driving there throughout the pack. That could have been a lot worse than it was.
Absolutely, it could have been. James Pierce still leading the field. Tim Trowbridge in P2. Scooter B still in P3. Scott Bellum. Or excuse me, Stephen Doughton, P4. Right there. And look at this. Travis Manning back up to the top 5. This is not what the short pitters wanted to see at all.
Yeah, I think Travis Manning, Rob Collier, those guys that just pitted recently, they want a longer run here so they can at least get their tire advantage to play into their favor. Not getting it at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not what you want to see if you're Tim Trowbridge, Scott Bellum. At all. James Pierce, though, still leading this field.
It's going to be interesting to see if he can make it to the end. I don't think he expected to cycle to the lead, pitting as early as he did. Maybe playing a little bit of a wild card here in his overall race strategy. Don't want to give up the track position now if you don't have to.
That's right. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by. We're going to be watching the pace truck come off of the racing surface. Give the control to the 17 car as they go through 3 and 4. Right there. Into the pit road, the pace truck goes. James Pierce leading the field. Tim Trowbridge on the outside once again. Scooter B starting P3. And Steven down on the outside of him. Restart zone, they're in, and the green flag is out in the air. Tim Trowbridge gets a great start on the outside as James Pierce is on the inside still. They're still side by side now coming off of turn 2. Tim Trowbridge fighting hard on the outside as James Pierce is still on the inside. Scott Bellum might be trying to take a 3 wide. He thinks better of it as Tim Trowbridge still fighting hard on the outside. Oh, they're going to drag race down the front straightaway. Now to turn 1 they go.
We're drag racing down the straightaways. Trowbridge missed the front entrance there again. That's going to allow James Pierce to clear, but here comes Scooter B. We're side by side down the back. Scooter B looking to the inside. Look at Manning. Where did he come from? This Bellum grabs a little bit of curb there. Manning had to relate that position just a second because he didn't want to run to the back of the 1 car. He's going to look to the outside of the 1 car now. 74 real wide. Trowbridge, he's going to clear Scooter B down the back.
And now the 99's looking to the inside of Scott Bellum. They're still side by side now going through 3 and 4. It looks like Manny's going to take that position. Coming down the front straightaway, but not yet. The 1 car got a great run down the front straightaway as they're still side by side going through 1 and 2. And the 99 clears the 1. Now here's the battle between the 02 and the 1. Rob Collier looking to try and get on the inside. He does, and he's still side by side coming off of turn 4 now. Rob Collier gets real loose, but he makes that pass happen. Here's the crossover for Scott Bellum. He's to the inside. He's trying to make that position back as now they're still side by side off of turn 2. Drag racing down the back straightaway.
And down here into turn 3, Bellum still to the inside of Collier. Collier's going to give him a lot of room, a lot of respect. He's going to get real tight there off of 4. It's going to allow Scooter B to stay to the inside. Bellum's looking to the inside continuously. He's going to maybe clear him here off of turn 2. He's going to be tight. Collier's going to hang it up on that right rear quarter panel there of the one car. They're going to go side by side. It looks like Bellum is going to prevail in this battle, moving himself back up to P4.
Here's the crossover going into turn 1. Scott Bellum tries to defend. It's not going to happen. They're side by side now going through 1 and 2. And off the exit, Rob Collier, he's got the inside. Scott Bellum's got the outside. Going into turn 3, they're still side by side. These guys just continue to duke it out. Off at turn 4 and down the front straightaway. We got a big wreck in the back. That's Matt Yost. Everybody stacks up.
Oh, and then Dallas Seaworth comes in late and gets collected in that as well.
Oh, here comes the leaders.
That was tight.
That was really close. Let's go back and look and see what happened to the 70 car. We just caught a glimpse of that coming off at turn 4 there. As we were watching the battle with Scott Bellum and Rob Collier. Oh, he just loses it, grabs a little bit of curb, overcorrects and hits the outside wall. There's Dallas. Nowhere to go for him. I'd like to go on board and see what happened there with Dallas. There's just really nowhere to go.
Yeah, there was nowhere to go. The track was clogged.
This is going to be a good onboard here, too. James doesn't have any idea what's going on. Whoa!
Ooh!
That was close. That was very close.
Goodness B. New change of shorts for that guy. Wow!
Scott Bellum down pit road, taking 4 tires. A little bit of fuel there. Matt Yost, Brad Haldane, Tim Henderson. All these guys coming down pit road. Tim Trowbridge does decide to stay out. James Pierce still leading this race. Travis Manning's going to have the inside P3 position on the restart. Rob Collier going to be behind Tim Trowbridge here. See if Tim has any more restart issues. Maybe on a little bit older tires here. Again, let's go ahead and look at the pit stop laps. Again, James Pierce has not pitted since lap 24. 38 for Tim Trowbridge. That's pit stop lap for Manning is incorrect. It is 51, along with Collier, Light, Campbell, Thompson. We all see these guys now getting ready for a restart once again here tonight.
Yeah, this restart should get interesting now that the strategies have been played out. We're closing in here on the halfway point. Your fast qualifiers have cycled themselves back to the lead after all the strategy and the chaos and drama we've seen. Now, can James Pierce be able to maintain this lead? Can that outside get rolling with Trowbridge, who's shown his muscle up there all night long? Manning's back in the mix here. This is shaping up to get exciting up here in the front of the field as we're closing in on that halfway point.
And Jay, it looks like we will be going green flag racing at the beginning of lap 75. Good halfway point in the race here. We've still got 14 cars on the lead lap. Excuse me, 15. Got 15 cars on the lead lap. It's pretty good. Pretty good for these guys. We'll see what James Pierce here can do tonight. On this restart, coming through 3 and 4 now. Tim Trowbridge on the outside of him. Travis Manning in P3. Rob Collier on the outside. Into the restart zone we go, and green flag is out in the air. James Pierce gets a great start. So does Tim Trowbridge. He's going to be battling the 17 once again on the outside. He's going to try to make something work now. Coming off at turn 2. He gets pushed real high by the 17, but still room there to give. Going into turn 3 now, side by side for the lead, as still the 17 and 74 duking it out to lead this lap. Tim Trowbridge is going to lead this lap as they now go into turn 1. The 17 times it real deep. Tim Trowbridge does the crossover. He gets the lead of the race. Tim Trowbridge, now your new leader. Here comes the 99. Travis Manning into 3 and 4, side by side with the 17. James is out of steam. The 99 now sets his sights on the 74.
Wow, as now Trowbridge leads the race. Manning has worked his way all the way back up to P2. Now Campbell, he's going to try and hound that 17 car, James Pierce. He wants to move up there to P3 behind his teammates. We got a yellow out again here on lap 77. It's Tim Henderson.
Oh boy, he's doing the old Kyle Busch. All right, he gets to turn back around. Let's go ahead and look what happened here at the yellow flag with Tim Henderson. He just grabs a little bit of curb there. Goes around. Daniel Diorio tries to avoid. Gets a little bit of contact there. A little bit of right front damage. Other than that, no harm, no foul. The 20 car going around there off of turn 2. We go back live. Tim Trowbridge is your leader at the moment. Travis Manning making a very good comeback right now. He said he's going to try to do this race with 1 pit stop. Looks pretty good for him so far. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I think it's looking real good here for anybody up here in the top 4. I think they've made all their pit stops for the day. They've got their track position back. James Pierce, we saw in that restart, kind of faded. He just came back down pit road maybe for his final stop. See if he can make his way back to the front of this field. But now it's shaping up. Trowbridge, Manning. This should get exciting, except they're in the lanes that they don't really prefer.
Let's go ahead and bring up Tim Trowbridge real quick. Hey, Tim, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, that battle with James Pierce was surely intense on your end, but now you hold on to that P1 position. What do you got to do to keep that 99 behind you?
Just hit my marks, get in a rhythm, and hope to go green.
All right, that's a Kimi Räikkönen interview as I've ever seen one. Thanks again for coming up here, Tim. Good luck, and we'll see you later.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was Tim Trowbridge, race leader at the moment. Still yellow lights out on the pace truck. These guys will be going around one more time. We have just completed lap 80 in this race. We got 70-odd laps to go. Over halfway. Good amount of caution so far. Maybe these guys have finally figured it out. We can get some green flag laps going in. Is that...
Yeah, I think that's what Tim said. He was hoping to get a little bit of a green flag run. Not sure what these guys have for the long run in these cars. Haven't really had a chance to show it off yet. So if we do get a long green flag race, it might change the whole reflection of what we've seen so far.
Absolutely. Now we are lights out on the pace truck. We are going green flag racing this time by Tim Trowbridge. Going to be leading the field to green, leading his first laps tonight. Travis Manning on the outside of him. Rob Collier is going to be behind the 99 with the 98 of Michael Campbell behind Tim Trowbridge there in the number 74 car. That is your top 4 at the moment. Alexander Light is rounding out your top 5. Got the pace truck pulling off of the racing surfaces and into turn 3 and 4 they go. Tim Trowbridge going to control this restart, and into the restart zone they go with the green flag out in the air. Tim Trowbridge getting a great restart on the inside, just completely jumping the whole field. The 98 being left in the dust of the 74. Travis Manning holding on to that P2 position at the moment. Rob Collier in the 02. The 98 of Michael Campbell. They're going side by side battling now going into turn 3. We got a 3-wide situation back here. Look at this. We got the 93 up into the wall. Alexander Light battling the 39 of Brad Haldane, not going to be able to hold on to it, as Michael Campbell and Rob Collier still battling it out now into turn 2.
Yeah, down the back, Collier's going to actually leg him down the back, move himself into P3, solely take that position over Campbell, as now they're going to continue their charge towards your leaders, as they are closing that gap, as Manning is trying to get to the rear bumper of Trowbridge. We got another yellow on the track, lap 85.
20 car, Tim Henderson. Let's go ahead and look and see what happened here with the 20 car. Coming off of turn 4 there. Grabs a little bit of help from the 96 of John Graham. Tim Henderson all the way back down into P15 at the moment. Quick update here. Dallas Seward out of the car. Currently P16, 13 laps down. Number 38. The 96 there looking like he does not have a front nose on that vehicle anymore. Tim Trowbridge, though, still leading this field.
Collier getting that great restart there. He's going to be able to line up on the inside this time compared to the outside on the last restart. See if that plays into his favor a little better here as he's now behind arguably your two best cars all day long, Trowbridge and Manning.
Completing lap 88 now. Starting lap 89. Still yellow lights on the pace truck. Tim Henderson down pit road at the moment. We're coming off the exit, excuse me. Hopefully trying to get some damage fixed there for the number 20 car. Tim Trowbridge getting a great restart last time by, Jay. That's a huge improvement than what we saw out of the 74 car at the beginning of this race, where we saw a lot of issues there with the 74 car, getting really sideways with the throttle input for the restart. Looks like he learned a little bit and is getting some great restarts now, legging the guy behind him.
Yeah, and that's the key to the race, is getting these good restarts now that he's on the inside line, kind of being able to control the restart and have that preferred line. Let's see if Manning can maybe do what Trowbridge did earlier in this race and kind of learn something up here on the outside. It's going to get interesting. Lights are out on the pace truck.
And we're going green flag racing this time by Tim Trowbridge, going to be leading the field to green once again. Travis Manning on the outside of him. Rob Collier in P3 and Michael Campbell in P4. And Alexander Light rounding out your top 5. Tim Trowbridge getting ready to get back into the zone. Coming into the restart zone now. The green flag's out in the air. The 74 does get another great launch over the 99. The 02 is going to be challenging him now. Going into turn 1, side by side for these two guys. Rob Collier takes over the P2 position as the 99 struggles on the outside there. Travis Manning's got to find something here to try to get back around the 09 and challenge Tim Trowbridge for the lead. Coming back even further, we're getting really good single file runs at the moment. Alexander Light losing that top 5 position to Brad Haldane. Brad Haldane now rolling in that P5 position in number 39.
Yeah, there's a lot of shakeup here in the front. A lot of recoveries being made as now Haldane has got himself back in a P5 position. Showtime Collier took advantage on that restart over Manning as now Bellum's in the wall back there. Goodness, what a checkup. Everybody avoids, but now we're looking at side by side here. Here comes James Pierce as he continues to try and climb his way to the front. Matt Yost looking to the inside. Javon Thompson here down the back straightaway. These guys are racing back here for every position they can get.
Almost a 3-wide situation there with Steven Downton, Javon Thompson, and Matt Yost. He thinks better of it as now we're side by side with these guys back here. Javon Thompson looking really strong on the outside there. The 96 doing a little bit of a lockup dance there going into turn 1. He holds on to it without a front bumper, I may add. Scott Bellum back here in P14 after that little mishap he had off of turn 4. We'll go back up to the front here. We got a little bit of battling with Brad Haldane, Alexander Light, and the 02 of Rob Collier. Rob Collier losing some positions there from Michael Campbell. Michael Campbell now into the P3 position with Manning Motorsports as they continue to try and track down Tim Trowbridge, who is still leading this race. Lap 95 just completed.
Yeah, as now we're getting into some race pace here. This has got to be probably the longest green flag run we've seen all night. Let's see what these guys can do with their car setup here on the longer run. Is now Manning is closing this gap. He's reeling in Trowbridge a little bit at a time here. He's got it down to 0.3 of a second. He's going to draw real close here into turn 1. He's giving him a peek to the outside, trying to roll the center. Can he get the throttle planted? As we got a caution here on lap 97.
Steven Downton to the inside wall coming off of turn 4. He's going to tow here. Go back and see what happened to Steven in the 09 car off of turn 4. Going into turn 3 now. Just narrowly avoiding the wall. Oh, he gets caught in the wall. Unfortunate for the 09. He now has to tow. Tim Trowbridge coming down pit road. Rob Collier right behind him. And Alexander Light's coming. Nicholas Pressey. Scott Bellum. Daniel Diorio coming down pit road as well. Tim leading this field. See what he can do against the 0-2 here.
Wow, this is kind of a shocker. I didn't expect anybody else to make another pit stop, especially this late in the race. Throwing away that track position, get maybe some fresh tires. I know Trowbridge was struggling a little bit there. It was probably a matter of time before Manning was going to challenge him there for the lead. Maybe abort the strategy, get some fresh tires here later in the race, maybe make another charge towards the front.
Tim Trowbridge
Collier
losing
wins
out.
the race off pit road.
Yeah,
wow.
Losing out that position. Tim Trowbridge does to Rob Collier. That's big news right there. One position could mean a lot in this race.
Yeah, that could be race changing for sure. That could determine what lane you restart in. It could mean the difference between getting back to the front or not.
Yeah, Jay, I was actually going to say here during that last run between Travis Manning and Tim Trowbridge before the caution came out, Travis Manning was 0.4 of a lap quicker than Tim Trowbridge. That's how much the tires mean to these guys. So really now the 0-2 and everyone behind them who pitted, they've got the strategy. If it continues to go caution like this, they're going to work their way up. They're going to work their way up. They're going to have the fresh tires. They're going to be able to compete with Travis Manning up here in front. Just a little bit of luck needs to be on your side for that to happen, as the 74 and the 0-2 classified as P9 and P10. Travis Manning, though, leading this field once again.
You make a great point, though. More cautions that come out is going to allow them to climb their way up towards the front even closer. But it's a little bit of playing your luck game here because you could be involved in one of those yellows. So we'll see what they can do to get a good restart and make their charge back to lead, as we have 50 laps remaining in this race. We're going to have probably 47, 48 laps to go when we go back green.
Right now, Steven Downton is 3 laps down as he tries to get back out on the lead lap, tries to get a good points-paying position tonight. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are going green flag racing this time by. Again, Travis Manning going to be leading your field to green. He's got his teammate on the outside of him. That's Michael Campbell. Brad Haldane, part of the Imperial Motorsports crew, so restarting P3. James Pierce fighting himself back into the top 5. P4, James Pierce. Matt, excuse me, Matt Yost in P5 as they go into the restart zone. Travis Manning getting a great restart once again. Brad Haldane following suit now going into turn 1. He's going to take over that P2 position as we see a little bit of a battle back here between James Pierce and Michael Campbell. James Pierce looks like he's got rocket boosters on that thing as he just goes right around the 98 coming off of turn 2. What a move right there, Matt Yost. Holding on to that P5 position at the moment as we're going side by side, way back here in the back with Tim Trowbridge.
Wow, as Collier did restart on the bottom, but it looks like he's hung up here on the bottom lane, not able to move, as now Trowbridge is going to go around the outside here of Graham. This is big news here for these guys that just pitted, as now Collier's going to lose that advantage on pit road as we got a caution. Tim Anderson's around. Graham's into Collier. Big wreck down the front here.
let's see what happened here between the 20 car and the 96. We're coming off of turn 2 right now for the replay. Remember, the 74 and the 02, they got the newest tires of the field, which is big news. The 02 is going to get collected right here. This is not what Rob Collier needed. Grabbing a bunch of damage. 94 slapping that inside wall. This is not what Rob Collier wanted or needed, really. Tim Trowbridge now puts himself in a very good position at the moment. He's currently P9, but he's going to be watching a whole bunch of people in front of him pitting as he goes around these other drivers. It looks like he's going to be classified P8 at the moment. He's got a relatively clean car, too. He's got some teammate help behind him with Scott Bellum. P7 at the moment, looks like, for Tim Trowbridge. Good run so far by him. He's got some nice, fresh tires for the 74. But currently, Travis Manning still leading this race.
I think James Pierce is the one to watch here on these restart because he's got the freshest tires of anybody around him right now. Made that pit stop around lap 70, 80, 78 it was. So he has got these fresh tires. Maybe he can make something happen on this restart and get to the front of this field.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, it's not really showing for Manning here, but he did pit on lap 51. So Pierce has, 27 lap fresher tires than Manning. So we'll see what he can do here. This might be a good showing here for Pierce. Brad Haldane did pit on lap 70. He's got some relatively fresh tires as well. Behind him, though, Campbell, lap 51. Yost, lap 70. Thompson, lap 51. And then we get into the last pit stop, guys. Tim Trowbridge, 98. Pressey, 98. Light, 98. Scott Bellum. He's in P10. He had a couple of issues there, but he's got some good tires underneath him as well. We are lights off on the pace truck. We are going green flag racing this time by. We're going to watch the truck come off of the racing surface. Travis Manning going to be leading the field once again. Brad Haldane on the outside of him. James Pierce starting P3. Michael Campbell P4. Matt Yost back into the top 5 once again for himself. The 99 now comes off of turn 4 and into the restart zone he goes. Green flag is out in the air, and this 99 gets a great jump, as well as the 39. The 39 is going to slot himself into the P2 position. Maybe a little bit of bumper business there on the 17. He's going around. The 98 spins him, going through 1 and 2. A little bit of more contact there by the 54. Man, that's big news. The 17 was looking very good there on that restart. Just got a little bit of contact.
My goodness, nobody is safe out here. It doesn't matter where you're running. This is big news here for the 17 car.
As he now comes down pit road. Travis Manning still in P1. Brad Haldane P2. Michael Campbell P3. Javon Thompson gets promoted to P4. Matt Yost still holding on to that P5. And look at this, Tim Trowbridge working his way back up to P6. Go back and look at that replay there and see what happened between these guys. We'll rewind it just a little bit here. Let's see what happened between these guys. Here's the start, or the restart. '98 helping out the 17 a little bit there. Matt Yost barely getting by. Wow.
It looked like Alexander Light might have grabbed a little bit of damage there as well, trying to avoid.
Javon Thompson now coming down pit road. He's taking some tires here. Let's see if he takes 4. And he does. 4 tires for the 93. All right. Travis Manning still leading this field. Brad Haldane P2. He's got the teammate, Manning Motorsports teammate behind Travis Manning, Michael Campbell. Matt Yost is up to P4. Tim Trowbridge does find himself within the top 5. He's going to be hard charging, trying to get back up to that number 99 car. See what he can do on this restart here. I think it's going to be pretty good. We're going to be watching these guys duke it out for the race win, really. We're watching the race win happen right here, right now.
Yeah, as the laps are winding down, we're running out of opportunities, running out of laps to make any hard charges here at the end of this race. This restart is going to be extremely crucial, I believe, to determine the outcome of this race ultimately.
Absolutely. I agree, Jay. This is going to be a very, very important restart for that number 74 car of Tim Trowbridge. He's got to find every opportunity he can, try to get around the cars in front of him and catch back up to the 99. Oh, really, his teammate and the 99. His teammate can help him out a little bit. As we're now coming down the back straightaway, we're going to be watching the pace lights come off on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing this time by. Travis Manning going to be leading the field once again. I feel like I've said that a million times tonight. That 99 doing a great job to keep that car up front. Coming off of turn 4. Now he's got Brad Haldane to the outside of him. Into the restart zone they go, and green flag is out in the air. The 99 gets a fantastic jump. Once again, the 39 does as well, as now we're going into turn 1. We got side-by-side action now between Michael Campbell and Matt Yost. Matt Yost being a big loser here. He's going back all the way to P5. Tim Trowbridge takes advantage of that. He's now P4. Tim Trowbridge pushing really hard to get that car back up front. We got Scott Bellum now pushing the outside of Nicholas Pressey as he is trying to contain that P6 position. Almost a 3-wide position there for the 54-1 and 94. As Nicholas Pressey's battling really hard on the inside. As now we're seeing a side-by-side battle here between Campbell and Tim Trowbridge.
Yeah, as they're side-by-side, Trowbridge is going to actually make the pass here off of turn 4. We're setting up for one of these Manning Motorsports versus Imperial Motorsports battles for the win here. As we got these 4 cars under a blanket. Oh, Trowbridge goes on a wall of a turn 2! And he saves it! Oh my goodness, he's going to lose a little bit of ground here to Campbell. Campbell's going to draw right up to his bumper. Does Campbell give him a little bit of bumper business here? Going into turn 1, he's going to lose some ground here.
Big loss by Tim Trowbridge going down the back straightaway. It might have recovered for him, though. This is everything he needed.
We got a yellow.
Scott Bellum is around. Go back and see what happened there. We got lots of drivers involved in this. Let's go ahead and look. Alexander Light here, coming off of turn 4. Oh, Scott Bellum tried to clear the O2. Did not work out for him. Collects the 54. Wow, what a wreck that was. We got to rewind that just a little bit. That was crazy right there. Look at the one try to clear the O2, take a defensive position. Does not happen. The one slams the inside wall and takes out the 54.
Yeah, Alexander Light's been an innocent bystander in just about every wreck tonight. Just seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time all night long.
I promise you, this is going to be a great view right here. Oh!
Oh, right into his lap.
Nothing he could do there. That's just unfortunate. Now Scott Bellum on pit road. Michael Campbell on pit road. Alexander Light on pit road as well. He pulls out his backup car. A little bit of engine damage going on there for that number 54. Scott Bellum still not rolling out his backup car, probably. He's
I think it's a great pit call. If you're not in the top
Anticipating.
5, you might as well come down pit lane. What's the old saying? If you smoke him if you got him, you might as well come get that last set of tires and got one sitting there if you're in the top 5. I like this pit strategy here.
Well, Jay, here it is now. We've got Travis Manning on almost 70 lap old tires now. Last pitted on 51. Tim Trowbridge last pitted 98. Brad Haldane lap 70. Tim Trowbridge got himself in a very good position right there. Right now, he's got his teammate in P2. He's got himself in P3. Matt Yost in P4. Collier. He finds himself in the top 5. A great run so far by the O2.
Yeah, Trowbridge did fantastic on that last restart. Did exactly what he needed to do. Get by a few cars there. Get himself in a closer position to the front row. And here he is. You did that masterfully. Now he's in position to win this race.
Absolutely. We'll see what what the 74 can do. It's going to be a nail biter for sure. We're looking at just about 25 laps to go. I mean, we're coming down to the end of this race, Jay, and it is coming. I mean, it's crunch time. It is ready to go. Tim Trowbridge, he's got the tires. He's got the car to go and take it to the 99. I think the 39 has it too. He's been very fast, very good on the restarts. Specifically, maybe that 39 can help out his teammate a little bit of Tim Trowbridge on this restart and tie him up a little bit with a little bit of side-by-side action, as now lights are off on the pace truck. Guys, we're going green flag racing for a defining moment tonight. It's going to be big here. Travis Manning going to be leading the field once again. Pace truck off the racing surface going into turn 3 now, and off of turn 4 they will go. Travis Manning leading the field into the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air. The 99 does get a great jump over Tim Trowbridge, but he's going to be back to his rear bumper going into turn 1. Here comes the 74, maybe a little bit of bumper business as they come off at turn 2. Tim Trowbridge is looking all over for the 99's weakness going into turn 3 and into turn 4 now. Here comes Rob Collier. Rob Collier, he wants a part of this action. The 74 all over the rear bumper to the 99 going into turn 1.
Wow, these 3 cars are nose to tail. Look like the 99 might have parked in the center there the last time by here in turns 3 and 4 to maintain that lead. Didn't get into entries how he wanted, but here comes Tim Trowbridge. He's gonna get a great run here off of 4. Can he set something up here in turn 1? As he's about half a car length back. Manning is gonna get real aggressive on the brakes. He's gonna continue to lead here off of turn 2, but don't look now. Here comes Showtime putting it up in the front of the field.
Tim Trowbridge still battling very hard to get back to the rear bumper of the 99. As he does going through 3 and 4, he's going to lose a little bit of time off the exit. The O2 doesn't have that straightaway speed like the 74 and the 99, but he does have the braking capabilities. Now through off of turn 2, the 74 is still waiting for his prime opportune moment to get around the 99. Maybe a little bit of bumper business here. We're looking at it off of turn 4. Not going to happen this time by. Crossing the start-finish line now. We have completed lap 128. We've almost got 20 more laps to go.
Whoa, as Trowbridge looked to the inside, the curb was there, couldn't make it happen. He's going to lose a little bit of time here on exit of 2. Manning is going to continue his line, drive it in real deep. Oh, Trowbridge is struggling. He got real tight there in the center. He lost the nose a little bit. He's going to lose another car length here to Manning. And Collier's fading behind as well. Manning is doing a masterclass job to hang on to the lead here. As Trowbridge is trying to find anything that's going to work to get back around that 99 car for the win of this race. We're coming up to 20 laps to go here at Martinsville.
Tim Trowbridge trying everything he can to get back to the rear bumper of the 99 as he's trying real hard going into turn 1. He's got that braking capability down, but he's losing it all on exit. That is not something that he is looking for, but he is faster than the 99 currently. Last time by coming off of turn 4 now. We're going to be crossing the start-finish line, and you can look at the top left of your screen. We're going to be looking at the lap times between the 74 and the 99. This 74 is flying. Almost a tenth quicker than the 99. He's just got to try to make that pass happen. It's going to be really hard to try to get that 74 around the 99, as it's really hard to pass here at Martinsville. You either got to give him the bumper business or shoot it to the inside on the entrance of the corner. Tim Trowbridge still in P2, battling with the 99.
As they are pulling away from Collier back there in 3rd, it looks like it's going to be a mono battle. Trowbridge versus Manning. Oh, as Trowbridge gets a little sideways on entry to 3. He's going to lose another car length here to Manning. You know he's faster. If he could just continue to run his race and not make any mistakes, he should be able to get to the rear bumper of the 99 car. They're both sideways here off of 2. These guys are digging. They know the laps are winding down. We're coming this time to get 16 to go at the line. Does Trowbridge have anything left in that 74 car to challenge your race leader, Manning?
Crossing the start-finish line now. These guys are catching up to the lapped car of James Pearson in front of them. We'll see how that works out, and might work out in Tim Trowbridge's favor. Now going into turn 3, Tim Trowbridge still trying to work real hard to get back to the rear bumper of the 99 as they are pulling pretty much identical lap times. We'll see this time by Tim Trowbridge just a little bit slower, but they are pulling away from Rob Collier. Don't look too far behind, though. There's Michael Campbell in P4 pulling a 19.5 as he's trying to make his way back up to the front. Tim Trowbridge, though, got his sights set on P1 and trying to make this move happen as he gets a little sideways off of turn 4 and a turn 1 now. Trying to use that car and everything else. Oh, we got a yellow flag. It's Matt Yost.
Wow, that's going to change everything. Michael Campbell was charging hard there at the end. Might not have had enough laps if it went green to get to the front of the field. Now he's going to get a restart and an opportunity. Unfortunate, though, is Matt Yost having a little bit of issues here.
Let's go back and look, see what happened to the 70 car. Coming off of turn 2 now and into turn 3. It just loses it a little bit on exit. Overcorrects and hits the outside wall. And that is what brought out the caution, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Henderson coming down pit road. Nicholas Pressey, Matt Yost, Scott Bellum, all coming down pit road at the moment. Tim Trowbridge may have not been able to get it done. This is the real threat right here, the 98. He just got done pitting. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got the freshest tires out of everybody in the field right now. Let's go back and look at our pit stop lap. Campbell, lap 120. That's when he took 4 fresh tires. That is a threat, if I've ever seen one right there.
Yeah, he's going to be tough to beat on this restart. He's going to be on the outside behind Trowbridge. You know Trowbridge has been able to make that outside line work on multiple restarts tonight. We know he has a tire advantage over the 99. He's going to have one more opportunity up on the outside to make something happen on this restart to get in front of that 99 going into turn 1. Maybe that'll be the race-winning move. Maybe Michael Campbell can pull some craziness out of his head and get to the front of this field and steal it at the end from his teammate Manning. This is going to get crazy. So we're closing in on the Dega Boys. 10 to go here at Martinsville under yellow.
This is going to get good. The 99 leading this field at the moment. Last time he pitted was lap 51, still putting up pretty impressive lap times. I mean, he's putting down 19.3s, 19.4s. He's got 90 laps on these tires. Doing a great job staying out front. Keeping his car clean, really. Probably got one of the most cleanest cars out on track right now. Travis Manning still P1 leading this field, leading a bunch of laps as well.
Yeah, this is going to be wild. We got 3 different teams in the top 5, from Imperial Motorsports to Manning Motorsports to Zip Tie, all scattered out throughout the top 6, actually, those 3 teams. With Javon Thompson up there in P6, he's kind of climbed his way back to the front. We know him, the podium master, so consistent. See if he can find some magic in the hat here. As the lights are out on the pace vehicle, you know what that means is we're going to have 8 laps to go when we come by the line this time by.
Absolutely, 8 laps to go and a green flag out in the air. The pace truck going into the pit road. Travis Manning leading the field to green. Tim Trowbridge on the outside of him. He's got fresher tires coming into the restart zone. The green flag's out in the air. The 74 doesn't get the jump that he needed. He's side by side now with Rob Collier going into turn 1. There's on the outside Tim Trowbridge is as the 02 hugs the rear bumper of the 99. Tim Trowbridge trying to hold on to that P2 position as he's on the outside of the 99 now. Coming off of turn 4. He's going to lose a little bit of time to the 99, but side by side with the 02. The 02 is going to look. He's not going to take it. We got a caution. Big wreck on the back. Front straightaway.
Oh my goodness, what a battle for the lead as we got a big pile up here. Dang, we got cars everywhere.
All right, we're going to go to our tried and true here, Tim Henderson, to see what happened during this yellow flag. As we're... Is that 4 wide?
4 wide at Martinsville.
Good Lord. These guys are desperate. Oh, Daniel DiOrio. There's just no room. There's just no room to do anything here. Can't really blame any of these guys. I mean, that was just... Let's just go back just a little bit more. We got to see how this develops going into turn 3 here. Let's go on board with the Digga Boys cam, and let's just see if we see the stack up happen. Oh, the 54 gets real loose into turn 3. That's what's stacking it up there, and the wreck happens.
Yeah, 4 wide at Martinsville is never going to work. That is the result 100% of the time. Just unfortunate for everybody involved. Getting to the end of this race. You don't want to lift. You don't want to lose positions.
Let's go ahead and look to see what happened to the 54 going into turn 3 here. A little bit of a bump by the 78. That's what sent him up the racetrack, hit the apron, sent him up the racetrack. 4 wide off of turn 4. And this is what the product of that is.
And poor Alexander Light just seems to be in the middle of everything tonight. Just innocent bystander again in that incident. He's going to be begging to go somewhere else next week. He's probably sick and tired of Martinsville at this point of the race. He's like, I want this thing to end.
Tim Henderson says, go on board. Sir, look, I said tried and true, didn't I? Tim Henderson. Always getting us
Always
the best
the
camera
Digga
action.
Boys on board.
That's right. That's right. 20 car coming out P8 from that. Nicholas Pressey and all of the bad luck that he's had today. He finds himself in P7 at the moment. What a good run by that 94 so far.
Looks like we're going to be setting up for one of these Nexus overtime finishes here.
Sure is. Number 99 still leading this field. Tim Trowbridge on the outside of him in P2. Rob Collier in P3. Michael Campbell in P4. Brad Haldane finds himself in the top 5. Excuse me, that's Javon Thompson. No, it's not. It's Brad Haldane.
Now, what are we expecting on this restart, Tom? What are these guys willing to do to win this race?
Jay, I think
do we see some bumper business?
I think we see pure desperation out of everybody behind the 99 car. The 99 car has to have the restart of his life to hold on to this. We're going to be seeing the 02 extremely aggressive. We're going to be seeing the 74 extremely aggressive. And we're going to be seeing everybody else behind them trying to gain as much position as they can. The lights are out. On the pace truck, we're going green flag. Maybe for the last time tonight. A restart. The 99 is going to lead once again. Tim Trowbridge on the outside of him. We're coming off a turn 4. Tim Trowbridge, he's got to make something happen here. Coming into the restart zone. The green flag is out in the air. The 99 gets another great jump, but so does Tim Trowbridge. He's looking to the outside. Here comes the 02. He spins the 74. Brad Haldane's through. Everybody else gets through except for Tim Trowbridge. He is left in the dust.
There's the bumper business late in this race. Desperation. I think we've seen it all tonight. We've seen everything. There's nothing that surprises me anymore. What a race. The drama down the stretch.
We saw it all happen live here on the Digga Boys broadcasting channel, but we're going to go back anyways, and we're going to watch this yellow flag between the 02 and the 74. Let's go back to the restart. And once again, let's see what happened here between the 02 and the 74. Looks like he just cooked it just a little bit there. Tim Trowbridge, unfortunately, making some contact with the wall. Let's go back. See if Tim Trowbridge grabs any more contact with anybody else. Oh, the 98 has some nice crash avoidance there. We're going to have to actually watch his on board. Let's go on board with the Dega Boys cam with Michael Campbell here. See the O2 get into the 74. Oh, he does grab just a little bit of contact with the 74. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote. Imperial still does have a chance here, though. They got Brad Haldane restarting P3. We called it, Jay. We called it on that restart. We saw lots of desperation by lots of drivers there, and it happened. We are going to go
I don't think we're done.
And we're not.
I think we're about to see some more here on this next restart opportunity.
Another overtime finish. It's the Nexus Sim Racing League's Travis Manning leading the field. He's got to have another great restart.
Travis has got to be thinking, how many more good restarts do I have to have tonight? He's been doing a great job, but now he's got to do it again.
Absolutely. 99. Putting on a great show tonight. Keeping that car out up front. Really clean, too. I mean, there's virtually no damage on that car.
Yeah, these drivers know how difficult it is to win in this series, and when you've got an opportunity right in front of you, what are you willing to do to make it happen? As we see the lights out on the pace vehicle, we're going to go green, then we're going to go white, then we're going to go checker here in Nexus overtime style. Collier and Manning on the front row. I'm ready for it. Let's get her going.
Absolutely. Tim Trowbridge now being relegated all the way back down to P13. P14, excuse me. As now we see Travis Manning coming through 3 and 4. He's going to be leading the field once again. Into the restart zone they go. The green flag is out in the air. The O2 gets a fantastic restart on the outside. He's going to try to go side by side with the 99, and he's going to push really hard. Oh, we got more wrecking in the back. We got people upside down.
Oh, my goodness.
He is on his lid, Nicholas Pressey.
I walked back what I said. Now we've seen everything. We got a car rolling at Martinsville.
Get that man an Amber Lamb. He's going to need to go to the infield care center. 99 holding on to P1 so far. We got to see what happens here. Are we going to get the pace truck, or are we going to go checker flag? Yellow is still out. Looks like we are going to go into another overtime. There is the pace truck. Ladies and gentlemen, another attempt. Let's go back and look what happened here. Here's Alexander Light. Oh, Javon Thompson really getting into the rear of Michael Campbell.
Oh, man. Alexander Light again. This guy cannot buy a break tonight.
Let's go and let's go back. Let's go on board with Javon here and see what happened on that restart. You know what? We should take the onboard of the 94, Nicholas. I mean, look at this man. This poor guy on his lid.
Oh my goodness. This is something I never thought I would see in my entire lifetime. A car upside down at Martinsville.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last attempt at a green-white checkered. Travis Manning, all he has got to do is hold on to this P1 position. No matter the carnage that happens, We are going to get the white flag, checker flag, no matter what. And whoever comes out up on top will be the winner of this race. Jay?
Now can Collier get a restart like he had last time and be able to hang it up on the door remaining? It's going to get crazy.
I'm going to ask you this time, on the final restart, what in the world are we going to see?
I think it's unpredictable, man. I would have never predicted we've seen what we've seen tonight, and here it is. There's just something in the air tonight. Maybe it's a little bit of that post-Halloween madness we're seeing here at Martinsville, but we are setting up for one more attempt. I don't know what to expect. This is going to be wild.
The lights are off on the pace truck. He's going to be coming down pit road for the final time. Travis Manning leading the field to green for the final time. Rob Collier on the outside of him. Into 3 and 4. We're going to be exiting this corner, and into the restart zone they go. The green flag is out in the air. The 99 gets a great jump. The 02 doesn't get the jump like what he wanted. Here comes Rob Collier all over the rear bumper of the 99. We're going to be watching these two duke it out for the next lap as the 02 tries to get back to the rear bumper of the 99. Travis Manning, though, holding strong with that P1 position.
White flag is in the air one more time around Martinsville. Travis Manning leads into turn 1. Got a half a car length over Collier. Collier is going to have one more opportunity as he's going to lose another car length down the back. I don't think it's going to be enough. It is going to be Travis Manning. He's going to hang on to it from pole to checkered. He's going to win here at Martinsville.
Congratulations from pole to checker flag. The winner tonight, Rob Collier P2. Brad Haldane holding out with a P3 finish. Tim Trowbridge does complete your top 5 with a P5 finish. Tim Henderson finishes P4. Tim Henderson, P4. What a race for him.
Man, the storylines are endless. The recoveries by a lot of these guys. I mean, even Haldane comes home P3. He was in a lot of incidents tonight. Just incredible. What a drive by Manning.
What a drive by Manning for sure. He goes out there, pits on lap 51, and lets those tires hold on for the next 111 laps. Or 115 laps, really. But congratulations to Travis Manning there. We'll go and bring up our finishers tonight. Let's go ahead and do this real quick here. Let's bring up Brad Haldane in the number 39. Brad Haldane, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Congratulations.
Sorry, excuse me.
You're excused. Hey, congratulations on your P3 finish for tonight. That was a wild ending there. Brad, you had a wild race yourself coming up to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back to the front, finishing out in top 3. What was it like out there driving under these crazy conditions?
Well, it was all right. Like, you just had to, just be patient, and the cards will fall where they will, and things will happen, and you'll eventually, as long as you have the speed, you'll get back up there, and we had enough speed to be up front. I just didn't have enough to get past Rob or Travis in front of me. They had unbelievable cars today, and so yeah, it was fun. Actually, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was actually my next question to you is, did you feel like you had anything for the 02 or the 99, or were you waiting on a little bit of a mishap between them to really pounce on an opportunity there?
Well, I had a lot older tires than those two. They pit after I did, and I was just kind of leaving it out there, hoping we can go green and actually have something, but that never ended up occurring, and it just got too late to put fresh tires and get back up there. Really, yeah, I was actually hoping that they would fight a little harder. I was kind of sitting in the catbird seat there with being in P3 on those green-white checkers and hoping something would happen, but I was fine with where I was. I'm happy with it.
Well, there you have it from Brad Haldane. Happy with that P3 finish. Jay, that's all I got for Brad here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, Brad, congratulations on your P3. I mean, just the absolute drama and survival and attrition we saw tonight. It was a hard-earned P3. Who do you have to thank for your performance here tonight and your finish?
Well, I would like to thank Moira Supply for coming on board for this one. They've been great partners with this, and then Rocky Ridge, Printwell, Parabellum, Purelator, and can't thank enough for the team, Imperial Motorsports. Without them, I wouldn't have the rocket ship of a car that I had today.
All right, well, there you have it. Brad Haldane coming out tonight to finish P3. Congratulations once again, Brad, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
You bet. That was Brad Haldane in a P3 finish tonight. Congratulations again to him. A great run that he had for sure. We'll go ahead and bring up our P2 finisher for tonight. That is Rob Collier. Excuse me there. We'll go right to our Rob Collier. All right. I'm trying to find it. There we go. All right. Rob Collier, your P2 finisher for tonight. Rob, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you guys.
Hey, what a fantastic race you ran to keep yourself up in P2 there. A lot of drama happened but in the race. A lot of craziness, really. I mean, we utilized all 3 of the overtime finish opportunities that we had. But there at the end, between you and Travis Manning, do you feel like you had anything for that 99 car there coming to the white or green, white, or checkered?
No. My car was just too loose overall. The car was set up to run about at least 50 green flag laps and coming on its own. So it never got the opportunity to actually do its thing. And so I was hustling, just doing everything I could just to have a chance up there.
Absolutely. Now, we saw, a lot of strategies coming in here. Travis Manning actually said before the race that he was going to try to do this on one stop. What was your strategy going into this race?
Try not to die.
Hey, that's a pretty good strategy if you ask me. Look, a great run by yourself and the O2 team. Congratulations again on your P2 finish. Jay, that's all I got for Rob here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, like I said to Brad, congratulations on your P2 finish. All of the survival that it took to get through all the drama, the attrition in this race. Who do you have to thank for this great performance in your P2 finish tonight?
Thanks SK for basically unwillingly letting us race here tonight. I love Martinsville. It's just unfortunately just turns into this kind of show sometimes. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting, and yeah, that's all I got.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the kind words there, Rob. We appreciate it. Again, congratulations on your P2 finish tonight, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Alrighty, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Again, your P2 finisher for tonight, Rob Collier, doing a great job to keep that car up front, doing what he needs to do in order to secure that P2 position. Let's go ahead and bring up our winner for tonight. That is Travis Manning. Travis, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, got you guys.
Hey, we talked to you before the race. You held strong to your strategy. One stop, you pitted on lap 51, and you just used that to your advantage to stay out front towards the latter end of this race and win it. Did you ever contemplate on changing your strategy midway through the race?
Yeah, right about the time where Mike pitted, I was debating it, and there was actually a point in time where I wish I would have, because I knew how the race was going to play out. It was going to be 2 green flag laps caution, and the car just really this car on new tires, old tires, it really struggles to get going for the first 5 or so laps. So yeah, I definitely debated changing it there, but then I also I would call it came to my senses and realized that it was going to be almost impossible to get back to the front of the field. I'm glad I stayed out. Glad I did what I did. It was definitely a little more stressful than I would have liked it to have been, but it was a good run overall.
Absolutely, it was. We saw you very fast. We did have a little bit of a green flag run there when we had Tim Trowbridge behind you. You were very fast on those older tires. Pulling 19 threes, 19 fours. Tim had, 40 lap better tires than you, 50 lap better tires than you, and he was, pulling the same lap times there. Couldn't really get back up to your rear bumper unless he really dived it in there. Just showing how strong your car was. Just an overall perspective. So you really did bring, a rocket ship here tonight. Something definitely that Kim Jong-un would be proud of. But listen, Jay, that's all I got for Travis here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, Travis, congratulations on your P1 finish. My question for you, though, is what were you thinking on all those restarts? Because you did a fantastic job surviving restart after restart. Were you worried at all?
Yeah, there for a little bit I was. It was really hard to gain traction on the restart, so we're taking off in second gear, and I think I've got 3/4 throttle in it, just trying not to spin the tires. And every time I did spin the tires, whoever was second was right next to me. But it's so hard when the tires are cold, when they're worn out. Once the tires came up to heat, I mean, the last lap I ran of the race was a 19:22. My best was a 19:1. So once the tires came to temperature, it was a perfectly good car, no matter how old the tires were. But those restarts were terrifying.
Yeah, I bet. Well, congratulations again on your P1 and your dub here at Martinsville. Surviving the drama, the attrition rate, a little bit of survival involved. Who do you have to thank for your great run, your performance tonight, and then ultimately your win?
Yeah, definitely shout out to Bruising Q's, Manning Motorsports, Elliott Sadler Esports. This is one of their old cars, and this thing is just an absolute missile. So big thanks to them. Thanks to Mike. Mike was in the race. He was my teammate, and he got a unfortunate shakedown there at the end. But he was there with me the whole way, and thanks to all those guys. We're gonna keep on trucking along to Phoenix.
Absolutely, we are excited to see what you can bring there as well. Travis, congratulations once again on your P1 finish, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Yep, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
You betcha. Jay, what a race did we just cover here? I mean, this was just a phenomenal race. We saw desperation. We saw very, very, very fast cars, not only out of one car, but out of multiple cars. Great battles on track, and a lot of heavy wrecks. Give us a little bit of a breakdown of tonight, and what the heck just happened.
Oh my goodness. We start the night off thinking the strategy is going to be one stop. Maybe some guys are going to do two stoppers. And then it just turned into short stints, restarts, strategy all over the place. It looked a lot like the Bristol race earlier this season. And at the end of the day, your fast car cycled to the front. A little bit of drama, overtime finishes. We saw things you would never expect at Martinsville. We saw cars rolling upside down. We had wrecks everywhere. Some guys just had so much trouble being in the wrong place the wrong time tonight. What a race. It comes down to 3 overtime finishes. Travis Manning, probably arguably the best car, goes from pole to checker tonight, gets the dub here in the Motor City Cup here at Martinsville. Fantastic race. Best iRacers in the business, as always, here in the Motor City Cup. Nexus Sim Racing Leagues.
Absolutely. Another great performance by that 99 team, and Manning Motorsports doing everything right tonight to get the dub. Once again, we're going to round up this broadcast here tonight. Make sure you guys, actually, first off, I want to thank everybody who came out tonight, commented, liked, and subscribed. It means a lot to Jay and I with our channel and our channel growth. Our channel has just been amazing lately, and it's all thanks to you guys. We truly appreciate every single one of you. I'd like to give a shout out here to Dallas Ewert, part of our membership program. We appreciate you, sir. You are actually on our YouTube channel. You guys can go ahead and check out some of the watch parties that we've had with Dallas Ewert. And if you guys want to be part of that team, you can just go ahead and join our membership program. You might even be able to come broadcast a race with us, jump on a podcast or a watch party. The opportunities are endless. And that is all in your guys' hands. If you guys like to be a part of that, let us know. Get a part of that membership program. It helps us out a lot, and it'll be a lot of fun for you as well. I'm going to actually hand it off here to Jay for a second to talk about some things going on with our YouTube channel that you guys can be expecting here within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, so this weekend, the NASCAR Championship races at Phoenix, we're going to do some more watch parties for the month of November. This weekend, we'll be doing the Xfinity Series race as well as the Cup Series race championship weekends. And then we'll also later in the month, we'll be doing the final race at Abu Dhabi for the Formula One. So you guys got to tune into that. Come watch the race with us. Come have a beer, hang out. It'll be just as if we're chilling on the couch next to you watching the race and get our live reactions. It's a lot of fun. We love interacting with the chat on that, and we get a lot of good content to cover there, as well as our crash compilation video. The October one is up on the channel now. Make sure to go check that out. Go see all the best wrecks from the month of October. Do not want to miss it out. And then every Tuesday night, even through the off season, to give you your little bit of racing fix, come tune in with us 8 Eastern time every Tuesday night for the Full Send Half Mass podcast. We talk racing. We talk about all the latest, greatest news. We preview races. We review races. We talk about anything and everything under the sun. Come check those out. Come interact with us in the chat live there. Don't want to miss out, especially during the off season when you're lonely and you don't have any racing to watch. Come check it out and listen to what we got to say. You got to love our topics.
Absolutely. It is a great time nonetheless. If there is actual racing going on or not, we promise you can be entertained. I'd like to give one more shout out here to the King of Camo. If you guys have any interest in firearms, make sure you guys go check them out. They do anything from mild to wild on anything gun modifications. They do Duracoat, Cerakote, gun modifications. If you guys want anything done to any of your firearms, make sure you guys hit them up. Go over to their YouTube channel, give them a like, a subscribe, and a comment. Tell them the Dega Boy sent you. It means a lot to them, and it means a lot to us as well. If you guys go over and do that, we really appreciate it. And the King of Camo also appreciates that as well. This has been the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network. We appreciate it. Again, everybody who came out, like, commented, and subscribed. We hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast, and we will see you guys in the next one.